I'm Kim Suderman, and I'm currently a consultant for the County Behavioral Health Directors Association. I used to be a behavioral health director, and today I want to talk about trauma-informed care. So first of all, we have to listen. We should always be paying attention. It's real easy to think we know the answer and just go on a path. So we need to stop and listen. We also need to watch. We need to notice and look at things that trigger our kids, things that while they react when I'm talking to them, when I'm spending time with them, when I take them to their first place that's supposed to be a new safe place because I had to remove them from an unsafe place, and see what their reaction is and pay attention to their fears and their questions. Provide as much information to the child as possible and provide as much information to the new caregiver as possible so they also can be supportive and care in a way that the child needs and not just by rote things that we've learned in the textbook, because now in reality, we're on the floor dealing with things. So as a caregiver, I want to be sensitive, but I also I need to not take things personally. So when the child that I cared for and decided I was going to help isn't appreciative, doesn't react positively, I need to expect that and understand it instead of be offended, because it really has nothing to do with me. When there's an argument, it's not about me. So I really need to stay focused on what is the child or youth need that I have not maybe addressed, or I need to just be sensitive to time. Things do not heal quickly. And so the loss that they've experienced, the guilt that they experience being in a new setting, even when the person that traumatized them was a family member that they should love and should have taken care of them and protected them, I need to be sensitive that they feel guilt about that and that they have feelings about developing a relationship with me, because if they develop a relationship with me as the caregiver, does that mean they're canceling out other family? That if they end up actually liking me and are appreciative of me, doesn't mean that I'm not appreciative. They're not appreciative of their parent or their relative. And so that conflict is tough for kids. And I need to be okay with that. I need to let them work through that and not take it personally. So in a congregate care setting or where there's a lot of kids, where it's a small family home, where there's 5 or 6 kids, I still need, as a worker, to be sensitive. I need to not take things personally. I need to not be shocked when a child isn't grateful that I prepared the meal for them. When I figure out something that I think will be fun activity for the kids and they're like, well, that's a stupid idea. Why would we do that? I need to go with the flow. And I need to understand that some of their reaction is normal teenage stuff, and some of their reaction is because they didn't get to do that. Some of the kids may have never seen some movies that I, as a worker, have been watching for years. Some of the foods that I'm preparing may be food that the kids have never eaten before. They don't even know what it is. That looks odd to me. When I first had guacamole, it's green and it's squishy. If you've never had it before, would I really want to eat that? So when I see things that I've never experienced, had, tasted, touched, then I'm going to react. I'm going to react even more if I had a huge trauma. And maybe that same thing that you served for dinner tonight is the meal where my parents split up. That's the kind of food we were eating, and my parents decided that's it, we're getting a divorce. And so every time I have tacos, it's going to remind me of my parents' divorce. Then Maybe as a teenager, I don't react appropriately. Maybe I don't say, I don't want tacos. That makes me feel bad. I'm probably not going to say that. I'm going to what a stupid food. Why do we have to always have this food? So, but it's not personal as a worker. It's whatever's going on for the kid, and I need to understand that.